This is a HeadGum podcast.
I was on the phone with, you know how we talk about my Wi-Fi being so awful?
Yeah.
I called Spectrum finally and was like, enough. So I called her.
It's a girl.
She picked the one who picked up, yeah. I go, hey, I've had Wi-Fi for a while now at this house. I've lived here for a year. It's never really been great. Kind of sucks. And now I have this these cameras that they take forever to load. Grindr won't load. It's an issue. Well, I didn't tell her that, but that's one of the big ones that doesn't load.
Takes a lot of data.
It does. Why does Grindr take so much data?
I don't know.
Why does it?
I don't know, but if
Grindr's the number one thing in my house that doesn't work.
No, literally, if I look down at my phone's dead, I'm like, I left Grindr open. Because literally your phone dies in 2 seconds if that bitch is open. You have to close out.
No,
but if you close out, people aren't keeping tabs. So it's like, do I give up the phone
I'm
battery?
ghost mode all the time.
You are? Why?
Because there's certain people that I want to know that I'm online and certain people that I don't. And then I'm like, I pretty much have figured out my lay of the land of LA. And if I like you, I have you favorited.
Really?
Favorited?
If
I like you, I've got you favorited. And if you're online and I see you're online and I'm horny and I'll be in ghost mode.
You have not seen every guy in LA.
Right. Well, that's why I'm in ghost mode, so I can. And if I do like what they're serving, I'll hit them up while I'm in ghost mode.
Oh, I don't hit people up first. That's my issue. I can't be ghost. I have to be.
It doesn't work for me.
No, I have to be seen. But
you pull some sick trade.
I do, but sometimes I go on ghosts so I can look at someone else's
without
profile
them seeing that you. I don't think they'll pay for premium like we do. I can see I
get it for free.
Oh my god. Well, I'm no, I need after going premium Grindr. This is so lame of us to talk about. After going premium, you can I need to see the views. I need to see who's viewed me, because then if I message somebody, hey, what's up, and they view me and then don't respond and they don't read it, I'm like, oh, I'm hideous.
Right.
Oh, they think I'm disgusting.
Yeah.
Because not
good to know.
And then I'm like, okay, moving on. Got it. You viewed my profile. You saw I messaged you. You literally chose to not even give me the red receipt.
Right.
But I have receipts that say that you viewed my profile.
Well, I actually.
So I'm like, oh, you really don't fuck. You don't even want to see, especially if I send 2 messages. You're not even curious what my first message was.
I actually wanted to ask the audience this because I just go through my messages and I don't respond most of the time. I'm just okay, just viewing all the messages. And then this guy the other day was really, you could just block me. You're just going to leave me on red. So mad that I didn't block. And I'm like, is that normal
it's pretty frustrating.
You're supposed to just block?
Yeah, that's what if I send a guy, no.
Sometimes they message
then get off Grindr, girl. Get the fuck off Grindr. You're the problem.
I'm looking.
No, you're part of the problem. That's not how love, that's not how romance, that's not how sex works. You have to schedule slutty time.
What?
You do not. If someone reaches out to you on a romantic app and you leave them on red, that means they are ugly, and you do not want to fuck them.
That's why I'm not responding.
So why would they not? So yeah, block.
But what if they come back? What if they work on themselves? I come back.
Then you missed the boat, honey.
No, I want to keep my options open. Okay.
If you're telling me.
Because that has happened to me before where they're like, hey, and I'm like, girl, get off me. And then one day they come back, and for some reason in that moment, I was like, hello. Yeah, the
guy. Yeah, I like a persistent guy. But for me, if I send you a message and reach out to you, I see that you viewed my profile and you don't respond, I don't want you to clog my feed up. Obviously, we're not a match for whatever reason. And I also will do the thing where what I hate the most on Grindr, also I want to get back to my Spectrum story. What I hate the most about Grindr is if I'm scrolling, and then I see a hot guy's little square and I'm like, oh, he looks hot. Click on him, click on chat. Already messaged him and he already left me on red.
Oof.
And I'm like, well, at least I'm consistent. At least I know what I like.
Yeah, that's nice.
And at least he knows what he doesn't like. Me.
Fishy feminine
up and come. See, people don't fall in love with potential. You can't not fall in love. You don't even fuck potential.
What? Wait, did I zone out and miss part of the story? What are you talking about?
Earlier, you were like, well, what if they work on themselves?
People don't
It's like,
fall in love with potential. Is
people are
crazy.
not trying to be like, oh, well, maybe.
You fall in love with potential, specifically.
Who am I in love with right now?
No one.
Exactly.
Not in love.
Okay,
But, like,
thank
you
you.
love potential.
Well, in my brain, in the olden days, like when my parents, I just don't understand how it's supposed to work. In the gay world, it's sick. It's like you have to have everything now or else you're a loser. But it's like,
What do you mean?
like you have to have a good job. You have to be good looking. You have to have a good body. You have to have a good place to live. You have to have a good car. Like you need to have all these fucking things. And I think about when my parents met, they were like, whatever, they're straight, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like 19. They had nothing. And they built it together. And it's like, I don't see that in the gay community. Like in the gay world, it feels like you need to come correct with all your shit. Well, pre-figured out.
I feel like people build together.
I don't know. I mean, I think also gay people probably settle down later in life than straight people do. Like straight people probably.
For sure.
So it's like, yeah, 19, 20, you don't have all your shit together when you, or whenever the fuck you fall in love when you're straight.
Yeah.
But when you're 32 or 35, whatever the fuck, you, as a gay man, like, you should have your shit together.
Right.
But nobody wants to, like,
it's just like an
build.
age thing. It's not even a gay thing.
I don't even know anymore. Like, I think straights are not even pressured to get married. It's just a different world.
Right. Well, I feel like they are.
But my point is that Grindr takes up a lot of data. And in my house, my Wi-Fi can't handle it. And I got things to do on my phone, and it's annoying. I pay for what I live in a major metropolis.
Mm-hmm.
I pay for Wi-Fi. I pay for my phone service. I should be able to cruise guys at any part of my house.
So
I live like
do?
in a like.
Did they fix it?
I called her and she's like, where is the router? And I'm like, what is the router?
I can't with moving the router. This is
Oh,
not
wait,
the
just
90s. Like,
literally, she's like, well, where is the router? And I'm like, looking at I like go over to where the stuff is. I'm like,
she hears you like dialing up. It's like,
and I'm like, well, which one's the route? Like, I'm looking at a box thing, and then I'm looking at like a more curvy looking thing. There's two things I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And one is a router and one is a modem.
Right.
Which one is which? And she's
I
like,
could never work at her job just because
Literally!
people like you. I'd be like, bitch, Google it before you call me.
I pay them a monthly fee. I pay them.
When I had Spectrum
What do you mean?
When I had Spectrum 2, I would like move and they'd be like, okay, can you mail back the modem?
No!
Like, I'm
Come
not
get it, bitch!
mailing back.
I'm not mailing shit back. Like, I will buy the modem. I don't.
Literally.
How much could it possibly be? Like, add it to my bill, bitch. Like,
As if they
Jesus
didn't
Christ.
already.
Like, shut the fuck up.
Can you
And
mail
also,
back?
how
And
much
I remember
is this
being
modem?
like 18, being like, bitch, I don't even know where I am right now. Like what are you talking about? That is
Anyways,
so
no, I
funny.
pay them every month. And the second, before I had automatic payment, they fucking hound me for $50. This bitch on the phone needs to tell me which one's the router, which one's the modem. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. And she's like, well, I'm like, okay, it's on the ground where you guys installed it. It's exactly where you put it. Okay, it's exactly where you fuckers left
I don't
it.
believe that's how it works though, because mine's like in the back of my closet. I have AT&T and
Gorge.
they're slaying. They slay me hard.
I think I tried to get Comcast or AT&T. They won't service. I don't know, but I'm
Won't
gonna have
service
to
you.
switch.
Yeah.
Anyways, she's like, oh, it can't be on the floor. I'm like, well, you put it there. Like, your company put it there. I didn't say this, but in my head, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not the company. Like, I'm not the tech guy. You are.
Okay.
So then she's like, you should move it, like, up. So I'm like, okay.
Like hold it in the air.
So then I move it. I have, like, a little, like, decorative mirrored drum. I don't know what to call it. A table.
Yeah.
So I put it on the table and I'm like, okay. And then she's like, Chachki also, I'm like, is that your solution? I'm like, is that it? Is that what you're
2
going to
feet off the ground.
She's literally. And she's like, no, I'm checking all the stuff. Like, I'm still waiting for the diagnostics to run and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, okay, well, it seems like everything's running fine on our end. Yeah, I think it's just you need to move it off the ground. I'm like, no. At this point, I'm kind of giving her a little toot.
I'm shocked.
Because I'm like, you're fucking telling me to move my modem off the ground? Like, and that's your big solution?
No, I just
Liar!
I really do not believe. I could be so wrong because I don't know what I'm talking about. But like, how that's no way. It's 2025, and that's
what
how it
I was saying on the
works.
phone. I was like,
that you move it up, and they're like,
I was
it's
like, Gorge,
fixed. Like,
I
this
have
is not
like an upstairs. Like, I'm gonna start using the upstairs more and like using it as a workspace. So I want the Wi-Fi to get like, no, there's no way that it can't reach through walls or through like it's in the air. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you're a liar. I need the man with his tool belt and his ass crack showing to come over here and figure out why the fuck I can't load
like in
Grindr
that
on any
situation,
point of my house.
a fucking woman would be better. They would actually care.
I'm literally going to switch. This is an AT&T ad.
Yeah,
It's been a rough week.
Yeah.
Highs and lows for me.
Hey, Gorge, it's me, Gottmik.
And me, Violet Chachki, and you're watching another episode of No Gorge.
No Gorge. Love it.
I used to be able to tongue pop so much better.
What happened?
There we go. Also, I was thinking about this today. I don't think people know that there's the YouTube version, which is like 20 to 40 minutes usually. There's the Patreon version of No Gorge, which is like raw, unfiltered, every single tidbit, and then some.
That one, yeah.
That one is scary. And then there's the audio only version, which is like at least an hour, like definitely longer than the YouTube version. Like, I think that's what's up. We just got back from Paris.
We did.
And I hit the ground running.
Did you?
I was painting floors the second I landed.
Oh, yeah. We painted Violet's floors by hand.
So gorgeous.
Every tile.
Hand painted. Our friend was like, I don't get why you don't just like get new tiles put in. And I'm like, you just don't get it.
You just don't get it, do you?
That'd be so crazy.
You don't get it.
Yeah.
I want to hand paint the tiles.
Yeah.
What? And my house is 100 years old, and like the step up from the original hardwood to the tile is like,
You keep saying that, but I do not see that.
how do you not feel the floor difference?
Don't see it, or you've said it so much. I'm like, don't know what she's talking
It's
about.
literally like a 3-inch step up into the kitchen because I can only imagine how many layers of linoleum and asbestos and tile and lead paint and all this shit. 1909, what is that? It's 115 years old, stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
I'm not opening that pen. Also today, I was like gardening. I saw like a well. I think there's like a well in the front of my yard.
What?
There's like, I was like looking at the piece of concrete. I was spray painting some shit. And there was like bricks in a circle that had been like concreted over in like a perfect circle.
Scary.
So scary.
I don't like
And
that.
all my neighbors said that my house was like a funeral parlor before.
I just don't see it for that house. It makes no sense to me.
It does make sense to me in a little bit of a way because why is the dining room so big for a bungalow?
What is a bungalow?
It's the style of house I live in. It's
What's
a craftsman bungalow.
Whatever. I don't know.
It's a small craftsman house. I don't know what's like that's what a bungalow is.
I don't know.
Like my house is not a big, giant, massive, expansive craftsman.
Right.
It's a bungalow with a huge dining
It's
room.
So gay.
You know, you really shouldn't say that.
It's literally what it's called. I don't know what it's lit like.
Like the Santa Monica bungalows.
I mean, you just made it so gay. That's so gay.
Is it?
The Santa Monica bungalows as you sip your Jonathan Adler teacup. Yeah, I think so. That's so gay. Sip
I live in a-
Swarovski
I think
encrusted.
there's a well outside my bungalow. Like, okay.
No, I think there's. In my brain, I saw it and I was like, "Oh, there's bodies in there." It was like bricked up.
Well, I used to be so scared of The Ring, so don't even try me. That used to
I
be,
watched
like,
The
my
Ring.
number one scary movie.
I was so scared of it until I watched it. I was like, "Oh, please."
I
That's the 7 days, right? With the videotape.
Yeah.
Love it.
I think that's a
The
diva
movie
doll
that
movies.
really fucked me up for life as a kid that I watched at my friend's house. The Hills Have Eyes, the remake.
I cannot.
Whole.
That does not even like cross my mind as being scary.
Are you crazy?
Like, what part are you scared of? You're
Literally, there's a scene where mutants come out of the hills, I think steal a baby, rape a girl, burn somebody alive on a cross, and they're the most ugly people. They're ugly people.
You think
that's what I'm
that
scared
there's
of?
Yeah, you're scared of
Uglies.
people. Yeah, like, but as a kid, you thought they were like out there.
I don't know. I just had never experienced terror in. I never even thought that the human brain was capable of thinking of things this diabolical.
Right.
This was like the most gory, diabolical thing. I was like, I can't believe humanity thought of this
That
and
is
put it
so
in a
funny.
film.
Yeah.
It was fucked.
I
in the
never
head.
seen. I never even heard of that until you came around. I think.
The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah, I never even heard of it as a child. No.
Oh my god.
And horror was a big to do. My family.
It's
was
not even
also-
horror. It's like I don't even feel
I
like
know.
it's like appropriate. Like for
Yeah.
anyone. It's like and it's just really
for anyone for sure.
It's really like
yeah, it's not my
I feel like
fave, and
a
I'm
100-year-old mom right now. I'm like, it's really inappropriate.
no, but there's some like gore movies that are just like through an artistry gay lens, like they're just artistry, and so it's like doesn't matter. Like Saw, so fierce, so artistry, so beautiful. The storyline, like it is just so major. Hostel, just as
Also-
gory as Saw, but not through a gay gorgeous artistry lens. It's like
Oh,
nasty
really?
straight. It just gives me straight vibes. Like,
I've
it's
seen
like,
Hostel. I haven't
like
seen
Saw
I'm just
is
scared.
gay and Hostel straight.
Well, I'm sorry to watch the Charles Manson documentary on Netflix,
Love, have never seen that.
and
That's one of the craziest ever.
well, I was like the details of it, cutting the power lines. I've been going so crazy I can't even focus. I had to watch 13 going on 30 just to like get my mind to chill out.
That is a top feel good movie for me too.
Loved it. Like I was trying to watch Charles Manson and I was like, I want to absorb every fact about this case, and my brain can't handle it right now. I have to put 13 going on 30 on.
Yeah. You do love a think piece. I like stupid, mindless shit. I love in
No,
13.
I love documentary crime shit. I want to remember all the stuff, and sometimes
I
my
never
brain
want to
won't
remember
let me.
anything. I feel. But in 13 going on 30, I love her nightgown when she leaves the house at first, and I love when she's in the office and she. When she realizes that she's like the snake in the office with Sparkle Mag or whatever, and she has like the hair buns with the porcupine spikes in it. So cunty. Every time I'm in bed, I'm like, she better work. Every single time, and I never recreate it. I'm just like, yes.
I love that that's your takeaway.
Jenna Rink, honey.
My takeaway is it's so unrealistic to think you're gonna fall in love with your neighbor. That's so weird.
Why?
I just
Wait
don't.
for the boy to fall in love with the girl.
Either way, I just don't think.
I feel like kids like do that.
Maybe straight people. I cannot imagine being like. I guess boring people would do that. Like, just like childhood sweetheart, like fall in love and like love you forever. It's like you don't want to try other stuff. It's like that's the choice. It's like I don't know. I don't think that movie's very binary. It's either like with your childhood sweetheart and a good person, or you make other choices and you're an evil cunt.
Yeah.
And I lean more towards evil cunt choices. I'm just gonna say. Like I want to go to Sparkle Mag.
Right.
I want to be the CEO of Sparkle Mag for
I
sure.
mean-
When the girl gives a presentation, she's like, "Fashion suicide."
Fashion suicide.
You're gonna see fashion like you've never fucking. We're gonna go all the
That's
way.
us designing a magazine.
Fashion
That's literally-
overdose.
Cause of death? Sheathness.
I'm like, yes, eating it. I'm like, yeah, and it has
I
like
know.
projection on her face. I'm like, she better fucking
So
work.
fierce, and then it like Jenna like saves.
She's like,
Gla-
I want to see
whatever.
the girl next, my brother's older sister.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Boo!
It's
a
like a
yearbook
cheerleader.
photo.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, pedophile.
Literally. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is so funny. Yearbook photos and like an adult
I
magazine.
want to see the little girl next door. I'm like, I'm sure you would, Jenna.
That is sick. That is so sick. But it did get me thinking.
About what? Besides her
About-
porcupine spikes.
I mean, I did think about how gorgeous she is.
So stunning.
What's her name? Jennifer Gardner?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So stunning. I
Love
also
all
like
the
her
outfits.
friend, the girl.
Gibby?
It is Kimmy
Whatever.
Gibbler vibes, but it's not Kimmy Gibbler.
I just like all her clothes. I like the like time capsule of all the clothes. I like the like successful New York apartment, what that looked like at the time.
Oh my god,
It's so ugly.
major.
Oh.
You don't like that apartment?
When they're jumping around the bed, there's this ugly piece of art behind the bed.
Okay.
It's so ugly. And I'm like,
her closet
I was watching
is
them.
so
Oh, the closet's
fucking
major.
major. Like, I would die for that apartment.
When they're jumping around the bed, all I could think was, I can't believe they chose that picture.
Wait,
and I'm like,
what
was
is the
that
picture? I don't even remember.
It's like something you would get like at IKEA, like very like
Wow.
modern. Like I'm sure in 2002 it was like cutting edge vibes. It's just so interesting how ugly it looks in retrospect.
I would love to date a hockey player also.
Oh my god. Well, that's what I was even saying back to the Grindr thing. It's like,
and
like,
back to Spectrum.
yeah, and her Wi-Fi probably worked. But in that movie, she like has it all, and she's 30. She's 30.
She's going on 30. That's the whole premise of the movie.
Well, yeah, I know.
Violet.
Well, I'm technically older than her, is what I'm saying. And the guy,
Oh shit! And you don't have it all.
I don't have it all.
Fuck!
I'm pissed.
You don't have any of it.
That's what I'm.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No, the only thing I'm really missing is the man, and that's because all these bitches on Grindr are so weak, and
That is true.
I-
Jenna Rink.
I'm almost there. Well, they're really my roster is so abysmal right now. There's literally the opposite of love interests. We were just in Paris DJing at Silencio. It was major. Had an amazing time. Thank you guys for coming out, everyone that came out. In that room alone, there were like 4 or 5 dudes that I have been talking with online or just at fashion weeks. We see each other in passing, like whatever. We both think each other is hot. We both think each other is like fuckable and like we like each other's work, whatever. Neither of us make a move. No one makes a move. We're just in the same, and it's like 3, 4, 5 guys came, and I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is this? Like, we're just like, I can't perpetually sexy talk. Like, we need to make a move. Someone has to.
Well, it's hard when you're in drag.
It's hard when I'm in drag. It's hard when I'm working too. And then by the time I was done working, I was like looking around to see who was left, and they had all left.
Well, yeah. By the time we finished DJ, it was like 3 a.m.
Well, that's when I get off work. And if you want to fuck me, you should stick around. Is it that much to ask for?
Am I reaching for the stars here? Not really.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah, because they're just going to get on there. There's always something better on the corner.
Yeah.
After my set, I like had to pee. And for some reason, I went to the public restroom to pee and knocked on the door of like the stall. And there were 2 twinks like fucking in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I have to pee. And like they were like, okay, come in and pee. So I peed, and then I started making out with the French one, and then this other one started eating my ass in drag.
So gross.
In drag, and I was
And
like,
that's coming from me.
no, it was gross to me. I was like, are you sure
Like,
you want
not
to
a
do that?
tucking panty to the side.
Tucking panty to the side,
I'm gonna die.
tucking, and not a fresh tucking panty, mind you.
Oh God.
I was literally like, are you sure you want to go for that? And he was like, I don't care, which was hot. He was very confident.
When I say that, my stories, you're like, you're a disgusting piece of shit. But
Well,
when
he's
you're
like,
on
I have
receiving
shit
end-
on my ass, and you're like, ah.
That's
Give it to me,
basically
baby.
what happened.
No,
to you just now.
no, I didn't have. It's just a tucking panty. It's different than like someone saying they're not. I was definitely clean. I wasn't like
Were you?
lickety split clean, but like clean enough to be dancing with my ass out. I was wearing like the miniest mini skirt of life also, and he just honestly, that is sissy shit for real. Getting bent over in a bathroom stall with my tucking panty pulled to the side and getting eaten out.
I'm gonna die. We're never gonna have advertisers.
I mean, and then it was hot. I was making out with the one guy who was hot, and the other guy was hot too. And then the one I was kissing lost his sunglasses and like went on a spiral about that. And I was like, okay, are we doing this or are we looking for the sunglasses now?
Yeah.
You don't bring your nice sunglasses. You can't wear nice sunglasses out.
Well, yeah.
You can't.
And then also they were just like fans. It was just like a lot.
Yeah,
But
they were fans, and then I brought the other guy around with
Violet
us.
brought him with us, and then we're in the fucking car, and he's like sucking Violet's feet in the fucking car.
I
And
forgot
I was-
about that.
And I was there, and I literally put my hands on my knees. What
Oh
did I say? What did
my God!
I literally put my hands on my knees, and it was like one of the cars where it's like two.
The Mercedes
Like,
SUV. They don't
yeah,
have
where
SUVs.
it's like two-
you're
there's like-
you're facing each other.
Yeah, and the
Like
guy
this.
was across, and Violet and I were sitting next to each other.
And I have my foot like this.
and I put my hand on my knees to the guy sucking Violet's foot, and I go, "Listen." I literally love this for you both, but
Oh my
what did
God.
I say? I was like, you don't.
Time and plate. You said.
Oh yeah, I was
something.
like, there's a time and a place to suck a butt, and it's not.
No,
now.
you were like, can you not suck her toes right this
yeah,
second?
I was like, can you? Yeah, that's what I
You
was
said
like, can
something
you
like that.
not suck my friend's foot right now. There's 3 people in the car. Save it. And he was like, almost thought it was funny, and he was kind of like, and like I was like,
He
no,
was
no,
very
and I was like,
confident,
no,
mighty
no,
confident.
Not now, babe. And then he like put the toes away.
I was living.
Yeah, sicko.
I was wearing 130 Mercy Islands all night long.
It's disgusting.
I needed my foot. I wanted a foot rub. He's the one who started sucking toes, bitch. Our podcast? What is our podcast? Like, what is going on?
No, it's Wi-Fi and toe sucking.
Like, what is going on? And then whatever. I brought him back to the hotel, and we like
they hooked up, and
not even.
I unscrewed a lamp while they hooked up.
Oh
Because
yeah.
I had to buy a fucking chandelier and bring it back to Los Angeles.
Oh, we're gonna do a shopping episode.
Yeah, and so I was unscrewing chandelier, and then we had to leave for the airport, and we left for the airport, and Violet goes, he doesn't know I'm leaving.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. So we were like fooling around all night. And it was like nice. He's really hot. He was very confident. I loved it. He like wasn't too weird. Like all the good stuff. And then I was like, oh, like I'm leaving like in a few hours, like gotta pack.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, no, like stay. And I was like, okay, well, let me see if I can change it. And so they changed my flight to the next day. And then he's like, okay, well, I have to go to class.
No, this kid's 12, you guys. This is Jenna Rink right here.
I'm like, class? I'm not going to be the reason you like skip school.
Oh, my God.
This is so sick in the head now that I'm saying it out loud.
No, it's so twisted.
Anyways, so I'm like, no, you should go. And at this point in my head, I'm like, I have to change my flight back. Like, I'm not staying an extra day. Fuck this. So I'm like, no, go. Like, go. I'll like hit me up after class. Like, loves it. It's the second the door closes, I called back Delta and changed my flight back to the OG one that got me out of there like lickety split.
We're like in the lounge, and I'm like so hungover, and I look over, and Violet's like, the guy's like, I just finished class. I'm
Oh
like,
my God.
"Bitch."
He's like, just got out of class. What are you up to? And I'm like, need to rest.
At the airport.
I'm in the lounge. Need to rest. Get you up later.
That is so funny.
No, I mean, I think he like knew but didn't know. He was like, well, did you extend your hotel? He was like asking like sweet questions. He was very sweet. If you're watching this, you were lovely.
Great time.
Great time.
Good
so
time,
much
gal.
fun. It was nice. It was really nice to
Love
just
it.
like
I
fuck
did.
around and find out.
Well, yeah, I love that. We should take a call
We should take a call. There
for 1-800 No Gorge.
Are there calls from No
I
Gorge?
think
1-800?
so. Yes.
Now it's time for 1-800 No Gorge.
All right.
Let's see what they have to say over on the Patreon. Oh.
Hey Gorge, so this is about fashion. I've been kind of lost when it comes to finding like certain silhouettes that will help bring out the best features of my body, if that makes sense. So for context, I am a plus size diva. I have thick thighs, fat ass, big tits, but I have broad shoulders. My hips are not as wide. My midsection is not large, but it's not like tiny either. What else? And then I think that's it. Yeah.
I need to
And
draw
a
her
short
out.
midsection. So I've been trying to find what silhouette works. So if you could give me some ideas, that would be like awesome. I'm AJ, by the way. All right, bye divas. Love you. Mwah.
Thick thighs, fat ass, broad shoulders.
Your new single.
Thick thighs, fat ass, broad shoulders. For me, And you say a shorter torso.
Right. She just needs.
I like to elongate a torso.
Well, you have no choice.
Well, in this case, bitch. For me, jackets always, especially if they have a shoulder pad, can give height.
But she has big shoulders.
She has broad shoulders. But we're talking about a short torso.
Right.
True.
I don't think shoulder pad for her. Don't do that.
Well, either way, I think a nice, like, I have so many outerwear pieces. Like, even in Paris, I just bought 2 new jackets that are like structured and like so gorgeous and fitted and all that stuff. And a lot of things I have to go and get tailored, cropped, lengthened,
Yeah,
taken
finding your
in.
silhouette is just really crazy important.
And you can be like a crop top, baggy pants diva. And I was even thinking for her, like maybe like a cargo pant sometimes is nice. But see, I don't know with this. I'm trying to imagine it. Sometimes if you don't have thick thighs and you want to look like you have thicker thighs, you can add a cargo pant and that'll add width.
For a boy. She says she has big tits. You tell her to put on cargo pants.
Wait.
You
Cut
told
the
her to
cameras.
put on
Cut the
her
cameras. Is this
Violet's
a guy or a girl?
Violet's advice, it doesn't matter, is to put on cargo pants.
Well, I'm not saying that's advice. I'm saying if you wanted to do more structural, linear things.
we can do both genders for AJ.
No, is this a...
It doesn't even matter.
You're the one who's saying for a man.
Well,
I
don't know,
thought we were
said
talking
tits, so I was like, oh.
about men can have big titties.
Okay. Yeah, I guess.
Right.
I know.
So you're thinking that sounded...
What
This
guy?
is hard to assume genders.
Okay, literally everyone
We're the
can
most
have,
binary people ever.
Every gender can have big tits. Okay, let me just...
Oh my God.
But I feel like if someone says, like, what guy is out there being like, yeah, I have big tits and a fat ass? Like, not many.
That sounded like a guy to me, no?
Okay, I don't think a guy would say I have big tits and a fat ass. Unless,
I don't think you have many big diva friends
okay.
that are male.
Yeah. Male, I mean, okay.
So
Let's
we have
just
to
stress for both.
Both? Okay.
Yeah. So you think cargo.
Well, I don't really know.
This bitch took a risk and was like, "Can you help me? I am."
We're
I
like,
just need to
you're
figure out-"
unhelpable.
Violet's like, "I don't know what gender you are, but put on some cargo pants, bitch."
Well, I just think sometimes cargo pants can help, like,
no,
structure it up.
100% for either gender. I
He said
struggled
thick-
for a long time with a hip situation as someone assigned female at birth, and cargo pants did help me. Because you could either,
But that's
put
what I'm
them-
saying.
You could put
If
them
the
high
pockets
up.
are lower
I could
here.
put if I put them like really low, it would kind of like even it out.
That's what I'm
And then when I
saying.
was really hippie, I would have them high up, and it would just
like if you want to take away a hip and
But-
you want to make it more linear, you could add bulk to the side to even
Yeah.
out your hip, which would be cargo pockets, which could help like keep the line linear and straight and going up. And also if the shoulder pad, there are different kinds of shoulder pads. Some go out, some go up. A structured jacket that can go up, that'll also give you more structure here. And if it's open, it'll create another linear line here.
I do like an open, especially if she has big tits. And I think an open would be good. But it does sound like to me, if she doesn't have hips, big tits, big ass, no hips, broad shoulders. Sounds like
Said
she
had
needs
hips.
big hip. Oh, no hips, big ass.
Big
Ass,
God.
no hips. We're like SpongeBob. We're not talking about this. We're talking about this.
Then you'll say, we're not talking about this or this. We're talking about this.
So she wants wider hips,
Mm-hmm.
cargo pants
Okay.
that with the pockets up high,
But if we're going fishy, feminine, up and comer, I don't know if cargo
pleated
pants
skirt.
are peplums.
Honestly,
Okay.
but even a dude could wear like a pleated skirt. Like I like when I see the guys out
I do like a pleated
with
skirt
a
on a
pleated
guy.
skirt,
A kilt.
a kilt vibe. That
I think
it could also nip
Okay.
you in at the waist if it's a high waisted.
get one of those little
skirt.
straight, either a corset or a straight girl. Like what's
What
it
is
called? Like
The
a cincher, faja,
faja,
fajita.
My
Yeah.
faja.
Yeah, that. Like Skims has butt pads now too.
Okay, we're patting these divas
Yes,
out.
bitch. Everyone's padding out now. Kim doing butt pads is everything. But I think if you cinch a little bit, a pleated skirt's a good answer. I think that
a
would
pleated
really help.
skirt would bring in your waist.
And if you're corseted,
If you have your faja on,
mm-hmm.
you could get two sizes. One, when I do the drag, I have like my non-stretch drag, and then I have my stretch drag.
Yeah.
You know, when I'm trying to be loosey-goosey about it. And then I have my drag where it's like, no, you have to zip this and you have to close the corset. Lately, I've not been wearing those things. Lately, I've been doing the stretchies.
Yeah.
So you could even get two sizes of pleated skirt. You could get one for your faja and one for without your faja when you're trying to be comfy. And you could get a thick waistband pleated skirt. So it nips in the waist and then flares out the hip. And you can showcase your juicy bagoo.
Yeah.
Your juicy bum bum.
Mm-hmm. And I do like the idea of a V-neck for the
No,
tits.
I didn't say V-neck. I thought about it.
What do you want?
I just said open jacket, but I was thinking a nice tank top. I love to
She
wear
has wide shoulders.
a tank top because it's a scoop. I don't really like V-necks
I hate
unless you're
V-necks.
doing fishy feminine up and comma.
Which I think she is.
Okay, well if you're doing fishy feminine up and comma, then definitely a V-neck.
I think she's giving fishy
But
feminine.
to me, a V-neck is not for the butch queens, unless you're really serving tits.
I agree 1,000,000%. But I also think
So if we're
scoop
doing
necks
butch,
make me look feminine. I'm not a fan of scoop necks.
scoop neck with a blazer or a nice jacket over it
Goes
with
feminine.
cargos.
I don't know why.
That would be butch queen proportion, put together outfit. Elongate the body with the scoop neck
Right.
because you don't want a high neck because then you're just looking like you want.
Well, if she has big
like
tits,
look
you
at
don't
look
want
at
a
me
high
now.
Okay.
This just looks. I look taller with it. I do
Yeah.
compared to this. This all up here.
No, I agree. But I don't agree with the shoulder pads for this.
I just think a structured jacket, no matter where you're at with your body, is always gonna elevate anything. You could wear fucking sweatpants and you have a nice jacket on, $1,000,000, fierce outfit. A nice pair of shoes and a nice jacket will elevate any look.
Yeah, I agree.
You can never have enough
And-
shoes, bags, and gloves.
Yeah, and if you're either gender, a heel.
Well, regardless, I think a nice leather quality shoe, no plastic shoes, that's going to elevate you no matter where you go.
Yes, and
Pump, boot, man, girl, they, them, he, she, whatever you want to say.
yeah,
Binary, non-binary.
leather is just you have to. I cannot with the plastic shoes. I mean, actually, cut to me literally performing in a thigh-high pleaser, but
Well, a pleaser is you get a couple passes here, but it'll make you even feel, I think, better when you invest in a nice
you
pair
don't
of
even
shoes.
really have to. We've gotten some cute leather
God,
little
yeah.
pumps at Goodwill and stuff for so cheap.
Oh my God, those Brian Atwood pumps I got you, $5.
Yeah, no, it's like
$5 hairs.
You just have to get out there because like the little pointed toe plastic shoes have to go.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
I think a nice jacket and a nice pair of shoes and a nice bag.
Mm-hmm.
Those
Bag.
investing in a nice bag and a nice pair of shoes with your cheap
Accessories.
bag, with your good bag and your cheap shoes.
The accessories are where it's at.
No, those will just like I could literally wear dirty, disgusting sweatpants and I have my nice boots on and my nice bag. I can walk anywhere with my head held high.
Yeah, I agree. So there we go.
And I do.
So that's our advice.
My God.
But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
can't wait. Send us pics, AJ.
Seriously, please.
No Gorge.
That was a headgum podcast.